deeper and intense than in ASEAN.
The financial institutions are almost one of the same.
But because we have a central bank, and
Yeah,
but I think we thought that our integration was so ambitious that we didn't need so much more. But in reality, we've now realized that the level of coordination of our economic policies and the level of coordination of our trade and monetary policies must increase even further.
Okay.
We can. There is a set of. We had still in the hands of member states a lot of freedom in the area of taxation, in the area of in particular taxation, in the area of public spending.
So you
deficits.
look toward more integration. There's no discussion, this is not going to work and things like that.
I think that there is only one way to keep the euro, which has been a tremendous leap forward for Europe in terms of becoming a reality and a world player. And we must keep this, and we will keep this. But the only way we can make it a more reliable currency, a more reliable means of trading around the world is by increasing the coordination of our economic policies and increasing the disciplines.
Yes.
And I think this is very much what a number of countries, including perhaps Germany in the lead, are proposing today, that people must observe a number of disciplines.
So fiscal policies for each country will have to be adjusted.
Well, they will have to be at least more coordinated, so we make sure, because the problem today, I mean, one of the good news about this crisis, and I mean, it's not good news, but it's also good news, is that the European project, which is a project it's a project of free trade, but a project of solidarity, it's working. It's working. We have countries helping others.
Well, there are always noises, but I think I agree with you. It seems to go on.
It seems to go on, and it seems that people are ready to come to the rescue of others, and I think that's good news. It means people are ready to put money on the table to make sure that the entire project is still working.
But how long? I mean, entire project is there, and we want it to be there too. But how long will this, this kind of ongoing crisis subside? And
well, I guess my prediction is as good as anybody else. Well, we are happy that a number of our EU economies, including perhaps the most striking example is Germany. Where it's doing so well that it perhaps not even doing too well.
Well, they're having their own problems of whether they have to put more money.
That's right.
To bail people out.
But in terms of like export performance, GDP growth, they only have a problem perhaps of a small consumption. But overall it's good, and it's becoming very much the engine of the Europe economy, and we very much hope that we will be able to piggyback on all of the countries behind them and move forward.
But there is enough diversity, and that diversity also creates strength. So you see the whole EU will still moving ahead.
I think there will be certainly a period of readjustment, and a period in which certain economies, particular those that relied, like my own economy, my home country, if you like, strongly on real estate, they will have to readjust their economic model and their growth paradigm, because it's so they will need to be more investment in research and development. The EU will certainly help encouraging that, but then we will need to place more attention on classic industries such as either manufacturing, food export, etc., but also tourism. Some of the things that lately we had not.
But will you take certain jobs back? I have to ask you this, because the Americans are now saying, "Oh, we have such high unemployment, so some of the jobs have to be made in America." The European Union, you have those kind of policies?
Well, employment is a very, how we say, resilient problem, to say the least. And believe me that in my own...
And it's a lot of pressure, I understand.
Yes.
Politically.
No, there is a lot of pressure, and it's very difficult to see how some of that unemployment will subside. We start hearing about some of the countries already thinking about becoming net exporters of employment. I heard that about Ireland. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Spain, but I assume that some of it may happen today, which after all may be quite good. because when you look at, for example, the percentage of the UK nationals that are working outside the UK compared to the percentage of Spanish nationals or Irish nationals working outside their home country. It's very striking, the difference. The UK is a very internationalized labor force, internationalized economy. We are not, and we need to learn that.
But we're happy if you guys are employed, because if you are employed, that means you can buy goods.
Well,
and
of
the
course,
prices are going to go up.
And the overall equilibrium of the public pension, public health, public.
But we have to be worried too. What happens to our market in a way.
Well, I think it's in the common interest of you and of everybody that Europe and the US do recover, because you are a net exporter of products to Europe, so you need consumers who make some money so they can buy things. At the moment, there is a bit of a sense of resignation and of people are a little bit scared, and this is good to no one. It's not good for our own manufacturing, but it's not good for your own manufacturing, because if you feel, well, I shouldn't buy this pair of shoes or this new dress because I don't know whether I'll have a job tomorrow, well, it's not very...
Because whatever, the European economy is still a reliable growth engine of growth for us. And of course the Americans too, because China is growing, of course, but everybody is there.
Yeah.
And they are producing for themselves a lot. A lot of goods from Thailand are pushed out because now the Chinese are producing.
No, the secret in Europe, to explain very, very simply to your viewers, is there is a moment of fear, a moment of lack of confidence in the markets. But the message Europe wants to transmit is, please do trust Europe. We will, if you buy our bonds, we will pay you back because. Everybody will come to our help, We Europeans are ready to help each other, Of course, once you re-establish trust in the system, we will need to do our homework. And we are doing our homework in terms of readjusting our fiscal policies, our monetary policies, our bond policies, etc., etc. And this is something that, because the situation in which we are today is a situation we ourselves created.
Yes.
We have to admit to that. But we admit to our errors, and we are ready to make amends. We're ready to correct it. We now need a period in which we need the markets to trust on us because we need to continue running the machine, if you like. But we are already putting the basis for a stronger economic Europe as an economic pillar of the world. And I think it's a question of time that the markets realize that the speculative attacks on whatever, Portugal or Spain will not go very far, because every time we have a problem like this, we will come to the rescue.
Okay.
And then who will be next? They cannot attack the countries one after the other.
It's not like a falling domino or something like that.
So I remain confident, I think some people think they can make windfall profits and short-term money, But in the long run, it's something will not work, this is something we've been working for more than half a century, and there's too much at stake. We cannot allow it to fail.
But you're also, obviously, from what I hear from you today, you're always not worried about the Asia Pacific era or century. You see that as an opportunity in a way too.
Yes, certainly for us, Asia Pacific region is where things are being decided in terms of where the world goes, in terms of the overall direction. And I think that is not only about us Europeans being around, but you can see President Obama coming here quite often. There is a lot of world geopolitics that are happening here. This is because of the presence of China. This is because of the presence of Japan, India, North Korea, South Korea. There's a lot going on here, and we want to be part of the party, certainly, And
you don't want to miss out this party.
We don't want to miss out this party, That's why we wanna be present one way or another, because we believe that this is where the opportunities are. You have a wonderful continent here, where with everything there is to move forward, you have natural resources, you have the manpower, you have the quality of life, it's almost like Spain, if you allow me to say so.
Well, on that positive note, I have to thank you for being here today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
And
nice talking to you.
I hope to have an opportunity to talk to you again sometime.
I'll have to go and study your policies from you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
ครับนั่นก็คือมิสเตอร์แอนโทนิโอ เบเรงเกอร์นะครับหัวหน้าฝ่ายการค้าสำนักงานสหภาพยุโรปประจำประเทศไทยท่านผู้ชมอย่าลืมนะครับรายการพาณิชย์สร้างสรรค์เป็นรายการที่กระทรวงพาณิชย์จัดให้มีทุกวันนะครับแล้วทุกวันก็เราก็จะเชิญแขกต่างๆนานานะครับมีหลายมิติมีทั้งไทยอังกฤษนะครับเพื่อที่จะให้ท่านผู้ชมได้รับรู้ข้อมูลข่าวสารแล้วก็ได้เตรียมตัวครับเพราะโลกมันเปลี่ยนแปลงเยอะและอย่างที่เราฟังมิสเตอร์ เบเรงเกอร์วันนี้นะครับจะเห็นได้ว่าโลกและข้อสมมติฐานมันเปลี่ยนแปลงตลอดเวลาถ้าเราไม่ปรับตัวเองเราก็ไม่ทันโลกนั้นวันนี้ก็คงจะหวังว่าท่านผู้ชมคงจะได้ความรู้ไปแล้วก็สามารถที่จะนำไปใช้กับชีวิตของท่านได้ด้วยนะครับรายการพาณิชย์สร้างสรรค์ผมสุวรรณันท์ เวชชาชีวะพร้อมทั้งมิสเตอร์ แอนโทนิโอ เบเรงเกอร์ขอลาท่านผู้ชมไปก่อนนะครับสวัสดีครับ